So I do have an announcement to make. You guys have officially made it to the jury. Um, and we do have a twist to impact the jury phase of the game.
Oh
So I don't
Lord.
know, for those of you who may or may not watch my game, you may have seen this twist before, because we are bringing back the final three twists from Shane's Big Brother On Air All Stars.
After that eviction, Shane tells us we made it to the jury phase. Oh my god. Like, I am so happy my plan is working. Phase 2 is complete. Phase 2 making it to jury. Check that off the list. Oh my god. Like, I am so ecstatic to make it to jury. Now is the time to map out how I'm going to make it to the end. And oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Shane also lets us know that it's not going to be a final 2. It's going to be a final 3. At this point, I would say 4 people have left. So it's 10 of us left in the game. So 3 people in final 3 and 7 jurors. That kind of makes my plan much more easier, because if you don't recall, my plan, phase 3 was the jury phase, and phase 4 is making it to final 3. So the whole making it to final 2, that's completely changed, because all I have to do is just outlast 7 people. That's not that much, but 7 people. So I got this. I most definitely got this. Fingers crossed.
I made it to jury, and I am so happy and so surprised that I made it to jury. Because after all the alliances and the paranoia, can't believe I made it that round. So now it's gotten to the point where it's time to start making brisk moves, because you want to take out the bigger and better players in order to make it to the finale. But based on my social game, almost everybody really trusts me and has my back, and I think it's not best for me for now to win comps, so I'm gonna have to throw comps in order to not show my cards in true colors. But if it's to the point where I'm on the block, then I'm gonna have to go for it, pretty much.
For this next HOH competition, Jillian will be hosting it.
Hello, faves, my confessional loves. So, this competition, if you've played this game before, you know what it is. My favorite competition of all time. It is called Most Likely To. So, here is how this is going to work. You guys are going to turn around and have your backs to the camera, and I'm going to need to be able to see at least one of your hands. You are going to have to hold up 1 or 2 fingers based off the prompt. Who is most likely to be an overpowering alliance member? Number 1 is Jed. Number 2 is Sophia. So majority, everybody except for 1 said Jed. So Amanda, you are out. Who's most likely to secretly throw a veto to one of their allies? Number 1 is Josie. Number 2 is Shu. Everybody says Josie except for Dale. So Dale, you are out. You can turn around, turn your camera off. The next question is, who's most likely to backdoor their final 2? Number 1 is Logan. Number 2 is Sophia. Okay, so majority said Logan. So Ray and Rihanna, you guys are out. Please turn around, turn off your cameras.
No, because I'm gonna have to have some words with the people in charge of these comps. Hello, most likely to snake someone? Most likely to snake someone or an F2 at the end of the game? Hello, Sophia. Not freaking Logan. Me and Ray know Sophia, and we raised our hands quick as shit, and we're in the minority and get out on the comp? No.
So, first of all, that HOH was total bullshit. These people do not know. It was so sick that Rihanna and I got out at the same time on the same question that said, who is more likely to turn on their final 2, Sophia or Logan? Now, granted, I don't know a whole lot about Logan, But if these people knew Sophia the way that I do, you would know the answer to that question is Sophia, 100%. She will do whatever it takes to win. She don't care if you're her best friend, if you're her mother, whatever. She will cut your ass if that's what needs to be done for her to win.
All right, your next question is, who's the most likely to be the first to flip on their alliance? Number 1 is Manda. Number 2 is Shu. Okay, 1 is Manda, 2 is Shu. Everybody except Josie said 1, so Josie, you are out. Your next question is, who's most likely to steamroll the rest of the competitions? Number 1 is Josie. Number 2 is Justin. So we are going to go into a tiebreaker, so you guys can turn around. It'll be a 4-way tiebreaker. All right, down to the millisecond. How long was the shortest scream in the Scream Duel Challenge? The answer was 11.8 seconds. A lot of y'all overestimated. And the person with the closest answer of 21.4, Shu, is the winner. Congrats on
Shu.
HOH.
I'm not good with numbers.
All right, Shu, do you have your nominations ready?
So I think this one, I was telling people that I want to go for comp threats. When I say comp threats, I mean like if you want a comp, yes, I understand. But at the same time, there's people that have won comps and not won comps, but they have gotten pretty far in the comp and not won yet. And so I'm taking that in consideration as well. And so I think with that, I am going to be putting Logan up. I know you've had a bit of a rough start at the beginning, but I am going to be putting you up just because I feel like you are a really good competitor. Although you don't have any comp wins under your belt, I think you are still really good. And I do want to honor the HOHs before me for keeping me safe as well. So there's that. For the second nom, I am torn with this one. I feel like this person is also good at comps too, and I feel like they're really well connected, and they have some people that I may not be as close of a connection to. So I'm gonna say Ray. You're my second nom.
So with both Ray and Logan being on the block, obviously I want Ray to go. I just better for my game. I put in work with Logan. It just makes sense. Logan isn't necessarily my top priority, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, it's like I know that I've built trust and I've now built this relationship that is so solid that it just makes sense.
Okay, so this is complete bullshit for multiple reasons. Like, Shu's speech was a bunch of bullshit. Puts up me and Logan, 2 people who are very clearly like the least connected people in this game. So, I'm just like, how is your speech gonna be about me being the most connected? One, I was nominated earlier, and clearly I have people after me. And 2, my number 1 person in this game just left. I'm all fucking alone. So this doesn't make any sense. And plus, I've already made it clear I'm not after Shu. Obviously, he's worth everybody. And if I do stay, then I definitely will be putting him up with Josie now. But and I've never won a competition. So all of these people keep saying, oh, I want to put up people who are good at comps, but I also don't want to put up anyone who's already won a comp. Make it make any sense. That's so stupid. I have won a total of 0 comps. None. I have come close in hardly any of them. I am not the biggest threat.
All right, joining Shu, Logan, and Ray in the veto competition are Vicken, Josie Ann, and Ray has house guest choice.
I'm another person you could be. I'm just saying.
I'm not good at comps, so
I've won 3. Pick me.
I'll pick Jed.
Per 8 down.
This veto competition is called Trick or Treat, and here's how it'll work. For this competition, you'll be facing off in 5 different rounds to complete a maze puzzle each round. The last person to finish a maze per round will be eliminated from the competition. Once you're eliminated, you will earn either a trick or a treat, just based on where you get out. After your trick or treat is revealed to you, you're able to either keep it or trade it with someone else's trick or treat. I'm going to send the first maze right now. So somebody still has yet to submit. So they're out of the competition. Oh, they just submitted. I'm sorry, Logan, you've been eliminated from the competition. However, you do get the first trick or treat. You've gotten a treat, which is called the Golden Power Veto. Unfortunately, there's no other tricks or treats to take, so you're forced to keep it. Yeah, I'm sending the next one. All right, so we have a little situation here. Somebody went over a line and made it look like it wasn't there, but all the other mazes don't have that line. So with that being said, Jed is eliminated from the competition. Jed, you now get a trick or treat. You have gotten a trick, and your trick is smear condiment on your face. Would you like to trade this or keep it?
I'm so sorry, Logan, but I will be taking the veto. My face will break out if I put condiments on it. I have to take the veto.
All right. So Jed is switching for the power of veto, which means Logan now has to smear condiment on your face. All right, I'm sending the third maze right now. Everyone else has submitted but Josiane.
Yeah, give it to
Josiane's
me.
out of the competition. So Josiane, do you want to know what your trick or treat is?
As long as it's not smearing condiments on my face.
Well, lucky for you, you got a treat. Your treat is a $10 cash prize.
Period. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. Period. Dude, please, y'all. Please, y'all. I just moved. I'm currently unemployed. Do not take this from me. I beg. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, I'm sending the fourth maze right now. All right, the last person to submit that round was Shu. Shu, do you want to know if you got a trick or treat?
Oh wait, I forgot that was part of it.
All right, so you actually got a trick, and your trick is lose your vote at the next eligible eviction.
I am going to say, I'll take it. I'll take this trick.
Yes, take the shot.
All right,
Okay.
I'm sending it now. All right, so we do have a winner. So the last person to submit was Ray. So Ray's out of the competition, but she still has to find out if she got a trick or treat. With that being said, Ray did get a treat. She earned an extra vote at the next eligible eviction. Ray, would you like to keep this or trade it?
I'll trade it for the veto.
All right. So that means Vicken gets the last trick, which is for the rest of the round, you cannot talk and you must have your hands up and be on mute. Meaning no DMing, nothing. Would you like to keep this or trade it?
I would like to trade it with the veto.
So Vicken has won the power of veto. Logan has to smear condiment on his face. Josiane won $10. She loses his vote at the next eligible eviction. Jed gets an extra vote for this week's eviction. And Ray is not allowed to talk and must keep her hands up for the rest of the round.
Let's recap this veto competition. Shu kept a penalty vote for himself, and he rewarded me, the person who got out second, with an extra vote. I'm now going to take this extra vote and use it as leverage to keep the person he's been targeting for the last 3 weeks in the house to go after him. Is it supposed to be this easy?
So yeah, so then we go into this motherfucking veto competition, which I am so close to winning, and then Vicken's ass had to go ahead and win it when obviously he's very close to Shu, so he had no worries about being a nominee. He obviously just wanted to block me from getting the veto, which is totally heartbreaking. Obviously, this game is totally going down the shit for me. I can't have any luck.
Since Logan did get the smear condiment on his face, he doesn't have anything. He sent us a picture of his fridge. He doesn't have any condiments or like peanut butter or anything. So instead, we've come up with a new punishment for him. And that punishment, he's got to pour a glass of water over him.
All right, here we go.
Yes, King.
Okay.
I kind of like that. He kind of tricked it. Y'all really thought he was gonna just pour all over his body. Now that's a hack. Period. How Logan eat that up?
I know we're a little into the game right now, but I'm not here to create bad blood for the moment because I know it has started. So I'm gonna sadly keep not the same, and I wish the best for Ray and Logan. So I'm sorry.
Thank you, Vicken. That means this week our final nominees are Logan and Ray. Now is your guys' time to give a final plea on why you should stay.
So here I am again. I think this third time. I'm honestly, and I'm gonna just be very upfront, not in any big alliances. I would say I'm not tied down to anybody more than like a group of 3. And I'm very much a vote that you might need at some point. I think a lot of this game so far, people have been playing with like their closest duo and maybe even trio or alliance, and eventually that's going to have to break up. And eventually you're going to have to start picking off people that might be in the minority. So I'm a vote for everybody that's sitting in this room. And I'm willing to work with anybody in order to help not only further my game, but your game. So I would 100% appreciate your vote. I'm not going to throw Ray under the bus. But first thing is I'm not a comp beast by any means. I haven't won anything yet. So you don't have to worry about it. But I am a target that will stay in this game if you keep me in front of you. So I'd appreciate your vote.
So as I said last time, I'm not very good at speeches, which is why it kind of sucks that I'm not able to talk in DMs or any of the private breakout rooms with any of you guys during this time. Because that's usually when I like to try to have a campaign to stay. But I also am not a comp beast. I know a lot of you haven't played with me before, maybe some of you have, but I usually don't win a whole lot of comps. If anything, like I did come close in this veto, but I always come up short most of the time. And I'm sure, I know a lot of you know that if I were to be somebody to win HOH, you wouldn't be in trouble with me. I'm not that well connected. That's why that speech was kind of confusing to me, to be quite honest. I think it's no secret that my duo, as Logan has said, people are duos or trios or whatever. My duo left last week. Sophia was my closest ally in this game, and now I'm feeling kind of like a fish out of water trying to just land somewhere. So I think I could be a benefit to a lot of you guys here if you would have me. So yeah, that's all I really got.
All right, thank you, nominees.
Okay, so Vicken wins the power veto, and he keeps nominations the same. So Ray and Logan are final noms. But Ray cannot speak or DM. But I'm like, you know what? Don't even worry about it, girl. Tag me in, and I'm going to get this shit taken care of for you. Shu and Josiane are in the Fifth Harmony chat talking about we need to get rid of Ray because she's coming after Shu. We need to respect Shu's wishes as HOH because she's going to come after him. And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about any of that. You know why? Ray ain't going to come after me if she stays. She going to be coming after y'all. So I go and I rally up the troops. I go to Rihanna and I'm like, Rihanna, listen, I have this extra vote. We should really use it to keep Ray. I only have to get 1 or 2 more votes. And she's like, you know what? I'm with it. I didn't come here to play a pussy game. Let's shake this shit up. And I'm like, purr.
I'm realizing something right now. Rihanna and Jed are really close. And I know Jed is in my alliance, but I think I have to take a shot at him. And I'm not afraid to take it if I win HOH. So, let's see.
All right, I have the votes. Once the votes are read, the evicted houseguests will have a minute to say their goodbyes. And before they leave, this is the final blessing or curse to be given out by a vote of 5-2. Ray, you are safe. Logan, you have been evicted from Shades Big Brother Haunt on Air. Logan, thank you so much for playing this season. It was super fun to have you back for another season because I know you played my long game. So it was really cool to see you play your first Zoom game.
Thanks, Shane.
And then I hear that the vote is 5-2. Excuse me? 5-2? She wants Ray to be evicted. We're an alliance who has 4 of the votes. Why aren't we doing what the HOH wants? Now things are starting to get a little fishy. Why isn't the 5 voting again together? We didn't vote together week 1. Well, I'm the only one who didn't vote, but that's because we switched our minds by the point that I had already made a promise and I wasn't going to break it. Then why are we voting together when one of us is HOH? What's going on? Logan is not a threat. They want to push, oh, Logan almost just won this competition. Logan almost just won the yelling competition. Yeah, cool. But we all said that we wanted Ray to go. So why are we not voting together? Why is Vicken not voting with me and Shu? Why is this occurring? Even if the 5 doesn't vote together, Vicken, you are supposed to be with us. What are you doing?
I want to try to do this real quick because I'm mad. Week 5. I'm trying to do that real quick. I wanted Ray out. Bottom line, bar none. I even said on Jed's HOH, can we go maybe for a backdoor with Ray? Maybe. Let's try it. Let's just try it. I don't know. Let's just be cool and figure it out. He barred it up. That's fine. You're the HOH. I get it. I get it. I get it. We don't have to do it. So then we come to the vote. He wants to switch it now. Now he doesn't want Ray to go at all. When I've literally pushed and like wanted to, every HOH he's had so far is his target. Okay, cool. You want that out? I'll go. I'll go. I'll go. I'll go. I'm sitting here thinking Ray does not like me. Ray has wanted me out. Ray has been skeptical of me since that HOH when I threw it. Why would I keep Ray for my game? She's figuring out who people are in the group. I'm not dumb. Ray's not dumb. Let's just, made me mad.
So the majority are going to evict Logan over Ray, and I think mainly because Shu was telling people that Logan was coming after him. He even told me that too, and he changed his mind back. But I think that he didn't mind either or to go, but I was more loyal to Logan than Ray, but I'm glad that Ray stayed at the same time because Ray is definitely low in the game and I really feel bad for her, especially with the alliance rumor happening, which still I'm not sure if it's true or not, but she was been thrown up there as a pawn and I just hope that she isn't thrown again next week.
The vote comes back 5-2 and Logan is evicted and is the first juror. No bad blood against Logan, it's just that we weren't talking that much in the game, we weren't aligned, we weren't anything, so love the man personality, you know, loved having him here, but he served no purpose to me in my game, so he just had to go. And we had a plan in place for Ray to stay, and most likely Ray is going to be targeting Shu, and yeah, like I'm going to keep saying it, you should have put up Dale. If you put up Dale, you would have got your way. Dale probably would have stayed, maybe, and, you know, we could have still got out Logan, but if you would just put up Dale, she wouldn't be in a bad situation right now. She probably thinks he's in the best position after this HOH. Who's gonna tell him?
I'm actually so shocked and thankful that I was able to survive that vote. I had no idea what was going on. I couldn't read any of my DMs. I didn't know what was going on in any of the rooms because I didn't see any point in leaving the main room because I can't say anything anyway. So, I figured, oh, well, this is probably the time to go, just fitting that I leave right after Sophia, and I'm stuck alone in the jury first. But come to find out, they voted out Logan right after the vote count was read. Immediately, Jed was in my DMs saying, he went to bat for me. He rallied those votes for me to go, and he pissed off people to do it. I was Shu's target. He wanted me gone. It is what it is. I'm assuming it's because I don't fit into his plans of what he wants at the end, but I'm really thankful to Jed and Rihanna for rallying those votes for me to stay, and I'm really hoping that we can pull out an HOH for this upcoming week because, again, I have my back up against the wall and I'm really trying to do something in this game.
I'm going to attempt you with a blessing and a curse to give out. So the curse for this next week will be you get to pick someone to say a silly phrase for the entirety of the next round. So they can't say anything but the phrase. And the blessing is you get to pick someone to automatically play in the veto competition.
I'm going to give it to Josie.
I say, Logan, I voted for you. You know I've been honest with you. I don't know what happened, but I voted to keep you. I promise you I voted to keep you. Can you please just give me this power? What does he do? He gives me the power. Logan gives me the power. Another criteria on my social game. I literally went from week 2 telling this man, I voted to evict you. I was one of the 2 votes to vote to evict you. An obvious target. I was an obvious target for this man. And I was able to maneuver to the point where he gave me a power? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
The positive, so she gets the extra veto pick.
All right. Thank you, Logan, again for playing this season.
Good luck.
Good game, Logan.
You are first member of the jury. All right. This next HOH competition is called Trust List, and here's how it will work. For this competition, you'll have 5 minutes to send me a list to your DR from 1 to 7 with the players competing on who you trust the most to the least. After the 5 minutes are up, the player that receives the highest average score, being a 1, will become the new HOH. All lists will remain anonymous and will be kept in your DR. They will not be shared.
So, I don't really know if I can trust Jed. I don't think I can trust Jed. That's kind of just how the way it goes. So, we're going to do a trust list. I'm definitely not winning this. No one fucking trusts me. Not even the people I feel like I'm closest to. So I don't think I'm going to win this. And all I can hope is that maybe giving Manda or Ray a really high score will get them the HOH and they won't put me up. Who knows? But I know I'm not winning this. So I really just have to hope that someone will win that will keep me safe.
All right. We have the results of the HOH competition.
At this point, we talked about giving Justin HOH. I had one, Vicken had one, Jed had one several times, Shu had one. So Justin wanted this win. All of the people in the 5 have done something to get us to this point, which is week 6. Justin wants to win. So I listened to Justin, I'm like, okay, Justin wants to win, Vicken also wants to win, so they'll be my 1 and 2. But we all agree within the 5, Justin will win.
The person with the highest average score being 1, with the score of 2.875 is, congratulations, Jed, you're the new HOH.
Congratulations, Jed.
Oh, Lord.
Congrats, Jed.
We hear by a average of 2, Jed wins. How's that work? How do you win with an average of 2? How do you win with an average of 2? Didn't we all say we're gonna give Justin the win? So now red flags started popping in my head. Okay. Jed just switched this Ray vote. Ray should have gone even though Shu HOH wanted Ray to go. And then he wins this competition that Justin was supposed to win. What's going on? You put Dale and Sophia up on your last HOH, which put my game in jeopardy. While I want to celebrate immediately because one of my allies has once again won, making me safe, something is not adding up.
I'm not even paying attention. I think I was like charging my phone or something because I expected it to be Justin or Vicken. So Shane goes, the new HOH, congratulations, Jed. I'm gagged because I was not paying attention to how many people were going to put me, maybe not as number 1, but they're going to put me as like 2, 3, 4. So I averaged out really high and I ended up winning my 3rd HOH in 6 weeks.
So, time's up. Shane reveals the winner. And can someone please explain to me, how did Jed win his 3rd HOH? Nothing against Jed winning HOH, you know. You do what you gotta do. But this is Jed's 3rd HOH. That means he's won an HOH every other week. 2, 4, 6. He's won HOH. This is so bad for him. This is so bad for him. So I believe at this point, I'm telling Jed, since you win these HOHs, we made the jury phase. If you want to pull the trigger, you can. Like, you're already a big target. You might as well. Hey, one less person that I have to mess up my relationship with, you know. So hey, I'm gonna stand beside him.
Jed wins another social HOH. This guy is fucking killing it. And I know it's because he has everybody in his corner. And, you know, it sucks because I really think he is like a power player in this game. And him and Josie are kind of going back and forth with who is, you know, in the driver's seat. Unfortunately, even though I feel that way, if I were to ever win HOH, Jed would probably be the #1 safest person because I need him. And that just is so frustrating because I see how big of a threat he is and I want to be able to make a big move and take out the biggest threat in the game. But if I were to win something and take him out, that would be totally dumb on my part because he's had my back, he saved me when he doesn't need to, and he's kind of been the one to throw me a life vest when I'm drowning. So with that being said, I'm hoping that him winning HOH is something that will keep me off the block this week.
This is gonna shake the game up, but I didn't come here to do what I always do. I always get put in these positions where I like everybody and I try and look out for people as much as I can, but I just feel like I'm in a spot where I could just kind of sit in the background, make safe moves, make it to the end, and not do much, or I could kind of not blow my game up, but just kind of play the game. So this is gonna kind of shake it up a little bit, but I just feel like there's some middle ground and some double dipping going on. So I'm gonna put up Dale and I'm gonna put up Shu.
All right, thank you, Jed. That means Dale and Shu, you've been nominated for eviction.
So I get nominated. The thing that makes me the most mad about Jed doing this is that 2 weeks ago on his last HOH, he said, I need some time to think about it. He says flat out to Sophia, you're just a pawn. Don't worry. She wasn't a pawn. So he says, you're just a pawn. You're going up. It's okay. I don't want you to go home. Lies her face, does all that. She has a chance to rebut. Then he says, it's okay. You're just a pawn. Then she has a chance to critique his nomination. Then he says, okay, was there anyone else you want up? She says Vicken. I'm looking at this like, okay, she's fighting for her life. That's fine, that's fine. I get put up by my own ally, who I've been working with closely this whole game. No explanation, no chance to rebut, not even a lie to my face. Just straight sit on the block. I don't want to talk to Jed. I'm absolutely dumbfounded. And from this point on, I already didn't trust Jed. At the very beginning of the season, I didn't want to work with him. He came to me on some really sideways shit, and I didn't want to work with him from the jump. But I did, and I swallowed my pride. Because why? He wants to make the new cookout. He wants to make this blah. He wants to do this.
I decide that I'm going to make a move, I'm going to get blood on my hands, and I'm going to change the trajectory of this game. Because honestly, it's boring, it's stale, and I'd rather work with people I like Ray and Rihanna, instead of just sitting in an alliance that I'm carrying all the weight of to try and, get them to Final 5, just for them to cut me anyways. Nah, I'm not down with that. So we're going to shake shit up this week.
Jed, shaking this fucking house up. Come on with those Dale and Shu noms.
Josie, Vicken, and Ray will be joining Jed, Dale, and Shu in the veto competition. And hosting this veto competition will be MK.
I mean, Jed, your nominations.
What?
So I'm kind of glad that I did that.
Girl, it's tea that I.
There's tea. Do you want to share with the class? Because you kind of took away our right to, talk and...
I just been hearing that there's two people that have been in the middle of everything, and I'm trying to put it off as long as I could. And I've got
middle of what, Jed?
Middle of what?
A lot of alliances and stuff like that. And
everyone here, I'm not with anyone. In fact, I was with you, and then you were like, I won't put you up again, and then you fucking did.
Because I'm still getting screenshots that you have all these alliances, Dale. Like, you have the one that
you killed them all. Yeah, I'll admit it now. I made a fucking alliance.
Right now.
You're
admitting it now that you're on the block. You admit it now that you're on the block, right?
You put me on the block multiple times, so it's like, whatever. I'm here. I'm playing. I'm going to play the game. You want to fire things up? I'm probably going away this round. That's fine. Let's give some entertainment. I don't take it personally.
I didn't want to keep putting the same people up. I mean, it is what it is.
Let's do it. Party on. Party on, Wayne.
Okay, are we ready for the veto competition?
Hell yeah.
Sorry, MK.
Okay. We will be playing a word search.
Oh, Lord.
So for
Where's
this...
Dahlia when I need her?
For this competition, your job is pretty simple. You're going to be sent a word search to the veto chat. First person to submit their completed word search to their DR will win the power of veto. Okay, we have a winner.
Oh, God.
No, it's one word away.
Congratulations to the winner of this word search. Josie, you have won the power of veto.
Congrats, Josie.
Congrats, Josie.
I'm going to be honest. I'm leaning towards using the power of veto. Jed, if you want to come into do a breakout room so you can explain what the fuck's going on, that'd be great.
What room are you going to?
Yeah, I'm saving one of the nominees. To be completely honest, I'm not 100% which one.
CN wins the veto, and this is not ideal. This is not what I wanted to happen, because within seconds of her winning, I already knew she was going to take Shu off the block. She was trying to make it seem like she was really thinking out the decision, and she was going back and forth, but I'm just like, who are you fooling? We all know you're going to take Shu off the block, so let's skip the theatrics and let's skip the running around having conversations in circles and just take Shu off the block. It's very frustrating because her and Vicken are acting like I took such a shot at Shu, and they're acting so hurt and so betrayed. It's fine for Shu to make other alliances. It's fine for Shu to be aligned with everybody in the house. It's fine for Shu to tell us in the chat he voted with us and then vote the other way. But then if I put Shu up as a pawn against somebody that everybody in the house will vote out, all of a sudden it's World War III and I'm public enemy number one. It's so hypocritical, and I'm over it at this point.
So I'm doing the word search, and I feel like I have this. I'm actually finding everything really quickly. I mean, it's kind of, it's just a word search. So I submit it, And I literally only have 10 words, and there's 12 on the list. So I thought I won, and I actually like stopped for 30 seconds, and I have a feeling that that cost me the game. Josie ended up winning, which is not the best case, but she did say she was going to use it. And I think that there's a good chance she'll use it on me. So we'll see how it goes. Can we say something to sway you? Or
I was like, you want to please?
On it?
I mean, I'll take it. I kind of like being the center of attention. I don't know if you've noticed that, but my Gemini, Scorpio moon, Libra rising energy.
You are amazing. I think that my connections in this house have vastly depleted. I don't think I have too many people else. I also think that I'm someone who might still end up on this block in the future. That could be, it could be next to you, and it could be something that is actually really beneficial for you. And I can say this publicly: if I were to win HOH and you use this on me, you wouldn't be nor would you be a renom. I also think that if I stay on the block, no matter who the renom is, I'm probably going. So I think that I would love it if you use the veto on me.
My plea, I really think that when it comes to who I am in this game and who you are in this game, I think that when it'll come down to it, there'll be people that are being targeted for either having competition threats or like how Jed's doing if we're social threats, and then even further, how we are when it comes to our allegiances in the house. I feel like me and you are really similar in it, and that we could be a meat shield for each other. And so if you are looking to have some sort of sense of protection or some sort of veil, I do think my last week and as HOH got a little bit of blood on my hands. So whereas I don't believe your HOH got you, I would say, near as much blood as I do. I could be a shield for you, and I could be someone that you could look to and say, at least I'm not Shu, and I'll probably hit the block before you. So hope you consider it.
I'm gonna use Shu if you're on Shu.
Thank you, really appreciate
That
it.
doesn't mean I'm voting to evict you, Dale. It's just like,
thank you, Josie
Thank
Ann.
you.
Jed, I do need a replacement nominee.
All right. I am going to renom Amanda.
Okay, this is something I never usually do. Only because if you ever volunteer to go on the block, you may never know if you're safe or not. In most cases, people are never safe if you volunteer. And at this point, I have a lot of people who pretty much trust me and have my back, and I don't want to be put in a position where I have to force myself to vote my secret duo, which is Dale, versus someone the majority that really trusts me. And so before I get to Jen in the DMs, he went to me first and said if I should go up, and I'm basically safe. And I immediately said yes, just put me up, because I don't want to be put in this position, and it'll be better for me to be put next to Dale. And I hate to do that to Dale, because I actually really did like him, and he was really a great person to work with in the game.
So, at the veto meeting, Josie is dragging this shit out. I knew she was going to use it on Shu. We all knew she was going to use it on Shu. The people evicted know she was going to use it on Shu. So, I don't know why we need to drag this out, or why she even needs to have a conversation with Jed about anything. I mean, I don't know what they talked about. I'm going to take that back. I don't know what they talked about. They could have been talking about something different. Then Jed puts up Manda. Now, I don't want Manda on the block, because I also feel that since Manda is on the block and Dale has been here for a long time, so people will probably try to flip the vote on Jed and get Manda out, and then we're going to be asked out like bare ass cheeks, just out waiting to be slapped. But I'm going to be fighting hard for Manda to stay. Manda, girl, you are not going anywhere. Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
All right, thank you, Jed. That means this week our final nominees are Dale and Manda. I'll give you guys a minute to give a final plea on why you should stay. To whoever wants to go first, now's your time to do so.
I'll be honest, I'm not gonna campaign against Dale. But I'll say that if you keep me here, I am not a threat in the game. Even though I won a veto, I basically won by luck. And I can't even win competitions for shit, and I'm not sure how I'm doing well with my social game. I'm basically maybe coasting my way, so I think it may help you guys to have the opportunity to maybe keep me here, so that way it will help you guys to win comps more. And Dale, I actually really like you. You were like a good friend to me.
I don't like that I keep getting put on the block with people that I really like. Like, usually it's kind of easier for me to be like, well, I can do this better than this person. It's like, it's not fun when it's like someone I actually admire in the game. So, you guys, if we're at a point in the game where it's like, who do you want to go to the end with? I don't have friends here. I have Amanda, who's amazing, but we're on the block together. And vote-wise, I've shared this, I think actually just with one person, but I don't think I have any jury votes at the end, especially because other people have played better games than I have, and I can definitely say that like with my full heart. I've won one competition, but similarly, it wasn't necessarily like an amazing feat of strength. I'm obviously not the most trusted, and this is probably the kiss of death, but as Nick had said, you know, I have an obvious target moving forward should I stay. And I do have the ability to potentially win something, you know, and I'm not going to say anything against Jed's personal character because that's not what these games are about. It's about having a good time and playing these competitions. But I will say in this game, you know, we were very close for a very long time. And then when he put me up, he was like, oh, you're a pawn, etc. But in that scenario, I kind of gave him a second chance and it was a bit of a mistake. So if I do leave, I just want to say that potentially keep an eye out for the people that you think have your back, because I don't think they do. But I also can't speak to it. You know, it's just like whatever. So I hope you guys consider keeping me. And, we'll move from there.
All right, thank you, Dale and Amanda.
Dale and Mando have been players throughout this season that I have been strengthening bonds with. And at this point, I felt as though Dale would have had my back 100%, but I couldn't put my neck out for him. I couldn't put my neck out for him at this point in the game because we already made jury. I knew he was going, so making an enemy out of Amanda was not in my plans. And me and Amanda had been like solidifying a good relationship. I didn't think I was one of Amanda's number ones, but we had a relationship and we kind of went through the same things throughout the game together. So optically, what was obvious to the eye is that me and Amanda were going through the same situations, the same boats.
Can I ask a quick question? Question? Yeah, Jed, I just have a really serious quick question. You've been HOH twice. You did not put me up. We made a deal, like literally in front of everyone. I said, I'm going to honor people that did not put me up, so I didn't put you up. The week before, POV, you get to choose your punishment. I did not choose the punishment. I did not choose to take the trick from you. I let you have my vote because you wanted it. So why am I getting lashings this week?
I thought that
if I've shown I'm a good person to you so far,
because people have been like putting you with Dale, so if I'm going with the narrative of like, okay, Dale needs to go, it just made sense to put you on the block next to him. My intention was for Dale to go. I said that, so I understand like you're on the block, so you know what it is. I did make it very clear. I just felt like if I put Ray on the block next to Dale, Ray's been up so many times, Ray could go home. And, I put Rihanna up, Rihanna could go home. And I just felt like you won HOH and you did that. So I could justify putting you up and hopefully get Dale out and you walk away unscathed.
Okay,
and that's
yes. I get that. Can you justify giving Sophia a heads up that she was going on the block and not even give me a chance to speak to you? Can you justify that if I've done all of this for you in the past 2
Because
weeks?
more is progressed in the game. At that time in the game, we were still feeling people out, like the game had not opened up as much, and that's why. But it was a little bit more clear to me when I won. I'm like, okay, I want Dale. This is the best way to get Dale. Let me just cut the shit because it's late. We've been here all night. So I am sorry. You did deserve that, and I will apologize to you for that, and I can own that in front of everybody. But it's not like, oh, Sophia's on this high pedestal. I do have a lot of respect for you. I like you a lot. I just felt like strategically, if I just made that move, I just felt like it would be best for my game. And I should have given you a heads up for what you've done, and I do apologize for that.
And I just want you to know that you got a lot of unnecessary blood in your hands this week. Just want you to know that.
But if I didn't want to win the HOH. When you win 3 HOHs, then it's like you have to make decisions. And it's like, people have been in positions where they haven't had to get blood in their hands. But if they had won, they would be getting blood in their hands too, and you would be mad at them instead of me. So it's like,
yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
And I get that, Jed. I completely understand. But what I'm saying is, if you know you have blood in your hands, if you know your hands are bloodier than Freddy fucking Krueger,
but okay, so that should be good
more
for you,
blood on
though.
your hands.
That should be
Don't
good
get
for
more
you,
blood
though,
on your
right?
hands.
If I'm in a bad spot and I have so much blood on my hands, that's good for you, right?
But you put me in the way.
True. So I'm in a bad spot, right? So you're in a good spot. So what's the problem? You're in a good spot in the game now, right?
I'm still in a bad spot, just a better spot than you, babes.
So then what are you mad about? What are you trying to tell me for? You're in a bad spot.
Wait. Can you guys? I'm leaving. We all know this. That's fine. Can you guys mute for a second? Vicken, will you? No. I want you to take the guitar.
What the hell did the guitar come from?
And I want you to play some music because I'm going to dance my last little words out because everyone was giving you some attention for dancing and I want to dance too. So, all right. So here's the last thing I'm going to say. Jed, you've literally had the HOH the past you have had the HOH more than anyone else in this game. You keep thinking I'm this controlling person who controls all the votes. I had no influence over you, and I voted with you a shit ton of times to a point where I've been an asset to you, and I've done almost nothing to be a reason for you to come after me. In fact, I understand everyone else might want me out. They think that I'm this big mastermind. But again, I said this before, but I don't think it was recorded. I think it's worth being heard, that you think that I have all these people that are working with me, when in the end, you've taken them all out with your 3 HOHs, one of them being myself. So at the end of the day, it's like, what benefit do you have other than burning a bridge when you have reassured me multiple times? So in the end, yeah, I respect the move. Does it get a jury vote? Probably not. But at the same time, it's something to consider because you have kind of put a ton of people on fire that were working with you. And I'm going to say this right now, Shu and I, not that close. Threw him under the bus a handful of times. I'm not someone that you should have put up next to him. And if you put me up next to Ray, honestly, I would probably go too. So you've just kind of made an issue for yourself as the game continues. Now, I think everyone else here is going to have a great time playing the game. I do think that if you continue to play in the way you have, you are going to be handing this to Jed. The fact is, you guys all said he's the person you trust the most, which is a weird thing that everyone trusts him the most. Now, I'm not really looking for a rebuttal. I'm not looking for an answer. In fact, all I'm looking for is for Shane to say, hey, Dale, you got voted out. But at the same time, you got to think about your game as you're moving in the future and what your next move is. Is it going to keep going after this alliance that obviously has had, let's see, no fucking HOHs, that it doesn't matter at that point? Are we influencing the vote? At what point did a vote happen?
When we get to the vote, like, nobody cares.
Shane, please.
I mean, all the votes are in by a vote of 5-0. Dale, you have been evicted from Shane's big brother Haunt on Air. Thank you so much for playing this season. Hold on.
Sorry.
Last time you went out just before jury, and this time you actually made it to the jury. So thank you again for playing this season.
Seriously, Shane, thank you so much for having me. I actually didn't think you'd bring me on at all. I think I've played some weird Zoom games. I either do really well or really poorly. So thank you everyone for playing with me. Justin and Vicken, I'm sorry we didn't get all that close. It was smart though, because you definitely were my nominees if I were to win. Oh, well, now it would be Jed, but that was what was happening. And then let's see, everyone else, like, thank you for the good conversations. Seriously, like, I had really fun time talking to every single person in this house, and for when I did. And
You said
I don't
who
know,
in
man.
Bacon? You said who in
Oh,
Bacon?
what did you say?
You said somebody in Bacon.
I said you. I was gonna nominate you.
Oh, bye.
Yeah, no, bye. But I'm just giving you some honest truth before I leave. So anyway, everyone have a great game. I'll see you at the end of it. All right. Bye.